All right, so just leaving the Mickey D's this morning around 7 a.m. Revamped and then switched again my plans yesterday. So as you can see near the end of the videos, I was getting frustrated and ended up running in to town, or at least out of town to here, and there actually turned out to be a campground which I went to, the Naga-Waukee campground or something, if I'm correct, and that's mile 891-ish. So I went there, set up camp in the pitch black, and yeah, this morning walked out of camp, came to the McDonald's, grabbed some grub. I was gonna use this town as a full resupply for a couple days, but it looks like I walked through Heartland and a Piggly Wiggly within I don't know, 5 to 10 miles. There's a Walmart way over there, but I don't feel like crossing the interstate, so I'm just gonna walk to Heartland. It looked like there was, like I said, a store I can resupply there. Yesterday just turned in, it wasn't a hard day physically, but it just turned into a fiasco as it was getting later. Couldn't camp in the kettle moraine, and yeah, I was not a fan. All right, so where that traffic light is right up there, that's back where trail is, and I'm going that way. All right, peace. All right, so I think this is the Heartland segment. You finally hop off quote-unquote connector route, but it was through a cool neighborhood. I don't know why that's not just regular route. They've put you through neighborhoods before that's quote-unquote regular route. Really fancy neighborhood. So yeah, in the Heartland segment, and gonna walk into Heartland, hit that Piggly Wiggly, resupply, and yeah, this segment should be cool. There was something about John Muir in this segment, so I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled. All right, looks like back on bike path. This section was actually pretty bouncy. Yeah, actually got a little bit of a sweat going. Not bad, not bad. So the trail's right behind me, and this is Little Wayside, Cottonwood Wayside. I came over here because I thought this might be the John Muir overlook, maybe, or commemorative site. Let us see. Nice little park area right there. Oh, so this is the honorary John Muir area. I don't think the Ice Age walks to it. The trail was saying it goes that way, but if you want to, you can go on a little loop area. But I'm gonna continue trail, and yeah, go get it. All right. All right, so just resupplied at the Piggly Wiggly in Heartland, and this is my resupply until Manitowoc, which is the next town that I'm gonna actually stop in. I think it's about 120 miles from here. I've been on a burrito kick, so I do these for dinners, about 2 of them. So 1 dinner, 2 dinners, 3 dinners, 4 dinners, 1 extra, and then some bars for the day, a couple Snickers bars, a little bit of protein, and yeah, that should get me 120 miles-ish. I also have some jerky in my pack, a couple extra Snicker bars, so yeah, that should get me the miles. All right, Piggly Wiggly in Heartland. Full resupply all the way to Manitowoc, baby. Cool, cool. Peace. Sweet. Not yet. It's not calling me yet. I have touched the swing sets now. 900 miles in. I'm getting closer to actually swinging on one. Awesome park system. Looks like I follow this Bark River for a while. Cool, cool, cool. Sweet. All right, I'm not gonna get every single one. There's a lot, but you walk right by the Heartland Public Library, which is this building, and once again, really cool, cool trail system through here. Very cool. Yeah, look how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. All right, IIT, go down the alley. I'm glad I'm not doing this at night. I actually would have preferred walking through this town instead of Delafield at nighttime. I like Heartland. No hate on Delafield at all. I think I was just in a bad spot mentally with how much yesterday had to change on me. But I like Heartland a little bit better. Once again, no hate on Delafield. Seemed like a cool little town. If I was in a better headspace, I definitely would have enjoyed it more. But Heartland has a special spot for me, that's for sure. Seems really cool. And it's just beautiful. All right. All right, a little bit of connector. That's actually marked once again. Really interesting. That's cool. Really, really cool. Oh, so I don't know if I put this in there. I don't think I did. Shoes. Always about the shoes. These now have over 1,000 miles on them. 400 PNT miles about, and almost a mile marker 900 on this trail. So over 1,000 miles, but I'm not playing around with the post office anymore. I actually didn't even check this morning. I checked yesterday to see if they got to Delafield yet, but there had been no updates since it left the other post office. So I'm not playing around with that. I don't got the time. I don't got the mental strength for that. It's it's been a big bother for me, so I'm putting that out of my head, and I'm gonna walk the trail the rest in these. Only 200 miles and some change. You can do it in anything, right? It's a hop, skip, and a jump. So yeah, these shoes will end up getting a lot of miles on them. Not recommended, not the way I wanted to do it, but the trail works in ways it works. So that's yeah, that's the gist about the shoes. They're gonna have what, 400, 1,600 miles about on them by the end of this. Ugh. All right, peace. Whew. Back to bike trail. Still early in the day, but I don't know. I'm thinking I'm gonna do a smaller mile day today. It'll probably be right around 30. Might end up being a little less. There's a camp spot at mile 921, and then it turns into connector again. And I could push through the connector an extra 6 miles, 7 miles, but I don't know. I didn't have a good sleep last night with how yesterday turned out. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't the miles that got me. It was more the mental space. Then yeah, didn't have a good sleep. Had to wake up at like 3 a.m. because it started raining. So yeah, that's my thought right now. Might shoot for just a 30. Still keep me at the average I want. All right, there's my rant. So I think this is mile, oh wow. So if you can't read that, it says, "These woods are where my spirit lies. When you are lost, come here and you will find me." Husband, father, son, brother, and friend. It's really nice. Oh, so what I was gonna say, I think that's mile 903.6. But I'm not gonna be super specific today, probably, with water sources, because it looks like I follow a river, like parallel it for a long time. That, and the fact with, looks like I also pass through a bunch of county parks that have water, so I'll get video of the places, but I don't know how specific I'm gonna be with the miles, because when the water's good, I don't need to tell you every mile or two, hey, there's water, hey, there's water, hey, there's water. So yeah, that just a little excerpt right there. Awesome. I might actually grab some water here. All right, peace. Yeah, I'll bring you over the bridge real quick. So I will comment on the mileage on this. This is like mile 904.8-ish. River's right there. Would not be a bad camp spot actually right there. Yeah. So I thought I would comment on that. So I guess I just walked out of the Carl Schurz forest. Now I just gotta figure out. There's a bunch of junctions around here. So now I just gotta figure out where the trail goes. And there's a sign pointing me this way. I'm gonna go get it. So I mean, you could get water here. I wouldn't want to. I mean, it's not bad. You just move some of the silt away. You just move some, yeah, just move this around a little bit. Or pre-filter. But, there's actually a spring. I didn't stop actually at that last river that I said I was gonna get water at either. There's actually a spring in about 2 miles. It says it's right on trail. So I'm gonna push to that, give that a look-see, and say it's not there. There's another 2 miles and there's another water source. Oh, shout out to DB, brother. Spring life. Spring life, man. Probably gonna still filter, because I filter everything in Wisconsin. A lot of cows. All right, peace. All right, just baby connector, 0.3, 0.4. God, I hate being an idiot sometimes. I was watching, looking at my phone, shooting off some texts, and about 5 more minutes went by. I'm like, I should have definitely turned back on a trail by now. And granted, I was sporadically looking up, so I mean, I've done enough trails now. I feel that I can pretty much pinpoint these trail junctions, but I guess I passed the opening when it cut back in. I think it cut back in for like 0.6. So I'm gonna miss the natural spring, guys. Really want to cuss right now. I'm gonna turn this off and start cussing a little bit, but like I said, it is what it is. This road looks like it just parallels. It's like 0.8, I don't know, 0.6 to 0.8 back in there, so I don't think I'll be missing too much. And then it will reconnect with trail, so whew, I wanted that natural spring though. Nah, is what it is. So now I just have to push to mile 8-10, I believe, to get some water. Ugh. All right, here we go. Reconnects. Man, just check the maps. I'm gonna correct myself. Not water at 9:10. It was actually at mile 9:14. Oh wow, beautiful. I'm just making all sorts of mistakes today. Like, I just think it's because I'm mentally tired. Yes, I've said it a lot. Like a lot. But yesterday just really mentally messed with me. Yeah, I wasn't a fan. So, sorry. Yeah, there's not actually water after that spring until I think mile 9:14-ish. Unless you want to detour. It looks like the lake this section's named off of, you could detour to the lake, but I'm not going to. You can hear the enthusiasm in my voice about my my good choices today. Ugh. All right, I'm gonna just enjoy the trail. Peace. All right, let's keep getting it. Oh man, I'm thirsty. Oh, it's my own fault every single time. Every single time. The trail provides, but if you do something stupid, the trail won't provide. All right. This section might be a little bit busy then, huh? All right. Should mean the water fountain's on though. Good sign, good sign. All right, so right where the Ice Age gets into the Holy Hill segment, there's actually a water source right there, but there should be also a water source in about 2 miles. Might be kicking myself in the ass once again, but I want to push to that because it's supposed to be, like I said, a water fountain, even though this looks pretty good. And say the water fountain's not on, I think there's a comment that there should be a creek right after it, so let's go see. So this is a little off trail, but this is Holy Hill. You can walk through there. I think this is off trail. But right now there's supposed to be a water fountain in this park, and I'm looking for it, but oh, it's right there. He's sitting right next to it. Okay, so I'm gonna see if it works. All right, water fountain did work. At the wayside, mile 913.7. It worked on today's September 15th, I think. Yeah. So I don't know when they shut it off for the season, maybe beginning of October, but it worked mid-September. And either direction you're going, if you're going through hiking eastbound, if you're through hiking westbound, or just section hiking on this side, going towards Sturgeon Bay, the end of the trail, the eastern terminus, you have this little pond area that if need be you could get water. And going westbound, you have about 0.1 before the wayside, you have a little creek. So oh, how you doing, man? So even if the water fountain's not on, either direction you're coming in or hiking out of, you will have water. This way might not be the best water, but you'll survive. You can stay hydrated. Whew, that water was good. I chugged 1.5 liters maybe, packing out about 0.5 liter to hopefully get me to another water fountain that is on. We'll see. So there's a lot of there's a lot of history to the Holy Hill segment. I'm not going to go into too much detail. If you want to do research on it, I don't know, I kind of perused some of the history that I've walked past / is in my map system. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I don't know too much about it, to be honest. But if you want to look at it a little more detail, type in Holy Hill, Wisconsin. Should bring you to their website or even the Ice Age's website. A lot of history though. I know that much. All right, so this is my first time touching on that. I think it's one of the first good signs I've seen about it. But the cold cache system. Okay, let's get into it a little bit. It has markers on the Ice Age trail. I don't know, it would be every, I don't know, if you average it out every 15 to 20 miles, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. I haven't been paying super close attention to it, but that would be a cool little thing to do if you're doing the through hike slower and not really trying to, I think it's this way, not really running through the trail. So you can get to these cold cache places, quote unquote, and they ask you a bunch of questions that you can do when you're in the area to claim the find, grab a picture with it, bunch of stuff. I've passed a lot of areas and I've filmed them, but I've been through that area in 5 seconds and I haven't talked about it at all, haven't done any of the questions, so not claiming any fines. But that would be a cool thing to do if you're going slower. Like I said, look into it. So if you're planning your through hike and you want to do that and claim every cold cache on the Ice Age trail, it's possible. You just you'll probably go a little slower because some of the areas actually have a good amount of questions, but it would be fun. I mean, it would definitely be fun if you, doing smaller mile days and got to a really cool section and wanted to claim a cold cache. Yeah, that's the first time I think I've touched on that in my video, so sorry about how long that monologue was, but I think that was the first time I've touched on something that, for a lot of people, I think it could be a big part of their through hike or their section hike or however you hike it, because it makes it fun. It can make it fun, make it interesting. You really dive deep into the knowledge of these sections. Like, I'm not super knowledgeable about a lot of the stuff I've been walking through, but that's also why I film. So when I get off trail, I have a little more time to look at the IAT and really see what I walk through and really educate myself about a lot of the history that surrounds this trail. Because my planning for this trail was, oh, Magpie, you're going out east? You got a van? Are you gonna pass through Wisconsin? All right, I'll go. So that was my planning. Did not know much about it at all. I knew it was a long distance trail and I hopped on. So yeah, it would be nice to go back through and actually educate myself about the history through a lot of these areas I'm walking through. Because that's part of the fun for this trail too, I feel. Like really knowing what you're looking at, what you're walking through. It's the history. Oh, how you doing? All right, so sorry about the monologue, but like I said, that's a big thing for this trail system, and I didn't want to leave it out, so if I don't touch on it again, I wanted to try to get as much information as possible to y'all. All right, cold cache system, check it out. Peace. All right, this section has a lot of labels for the trees. Didn't get everyone. Sporadically, I've grabbed a couple, but who knows? If you do a through hike or section hike and you vlog, and you got the commitment and the tenacity and the battery power and the memory chip to get those, good on you. Ooh. What'd I say about that history? Ooh, mosquitoes came back out. Pretty cool. That smells like fresh cut grass right there. Look at that. Oh, please don't fall on me, Bridge. You look a little crooked. Oh, jeez. Little wobbly. All right, I'll get you video from here where it's a little less wobbly. Would have been a super bummer to fall in there. Oh, sweet. I'm a sucker for signage. Cool signage. I don't get everything, but if something catches my eye, I'll get it. Oh. There's my corn. I've missed it. So I can't remember exactly when this started. I don't know, 20-25 miles ago. Not even that much. But a lot of these sections now have telling you how long the connector route is, which is awesome. Man, trail is starting to spoil me. Like, it's becoming legit trail. The connector routes are even blazed. Yeah, I'm getting spoiled. I see an IAT post up there on the connector route. Oh, look at that. Now you get to see one too, right there. All right, so even though that looks like a public gazebo slash lake access, I'm not sure it is. I've been passing a lot of signs. So the trail popped you back out on this road for a little bit, as you can see with the trail marker. And it says, please stay on quote unquote trail because everything else is private property. So I don't know if you're allowed to hang out there. I don't know. So I've just seen a lot of signs that say, this might actually be one of the signs that say it's private property all around here, please stay on trail. So I don't know, maybe give it a check. Here, I'm about to actually show you right now. So if I am here, the gazebo's right there, like you can see it right there. So I don't think you would be allowed to hang out at the gazebo. It says stay on trail, so stay on trail. Looks nice, looks really nice, and it looks like a public gazebo, but a lot of those trail signs, so stay on the trail. All right, in about a half a mile, I think, should be able to find maybe some water, hopefully. Back into the kettle. So I thought the Kettle Moraines was just one section, and then the sign I read today was like it's 120 miles ish. I don't know if the Ice Age Trail does 120 miles of it, but yeah, it's longer than just one section. All right, let's go find that agua. Oh wow, it's a spring fed lake. All right, I see a parking lot. Should I walk there? We'll walk there. Oh, look at this post. Look how many trail systems there are. I think this is where I pop off to try to grab some agua. All right, so if you're looking for water, once you get to Pike Lake, mile 920, it's behind the restrooms. So as of September 15th, mid-September, the water fountain isn't on, but the spigot, if you turn this, as you can see, is on. So potable water. If it's not, you can easily filter the lake water. Sorry, I'm shooting video on the phone, the GoPro. Ended up getting the SD card full. I'll work on that tonight. So video might not turn out as good, but yeah, this is Pike Lake, mile 920.1, and beautiful park system, beautiful lake, and yeah, really, really cool area. And there's potable water once again, so just pop behind the bathrooms and yeah, grab some agua. All right, peace. Look how many trail systems. I don't know if I go to the tower or not. I'm gonna check my map system because it also goes that way. And then there were 3. There were 2 for a while, yellow and orange, I believe, but went back up to 3. All right. All right. And then there was 1. Just the IAT marker. Those yellow blazes. All right, I'm about, sorry, I don't know, 0.3, 0.4 from the backcountry camp spots. And that's where I'm going. Gonna be an early day, but I think I deserve it. I hope I do. So we will see what's up. All right, so hopefully, hopefully that one's open then. I didn't know you could reserve them. I thought they were walk-in camp spots. I just looked all at that information board and I didn't see any reservation / I don't know. Yeah, we'll find out when we get there, won't we? All right, about 0.2. All right, morning everyone. I think today's my 30th day on trail. Yeah, 24, 25, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Yep, today is my 30th. Sorry. All right, it's still early in the morning. I had to do the math real quick. But yeah. So the spiel with yesterday, really enjoyed yesterday. Cool trail, and did a smaller mile day. I think I ended up getting right around 30, either a little bit above or a little bit below. I gotta check my map, see which it was. But I really needed that yesterday. I got into camp at like 5:30 and just relaxed, did some camp chores that I hadn't been able to do, like make sure I grabbed video off of this and transferred it to my phone. Got to read a little bit, got to just decompress. I don't know, my mind was in a weird spot, not so much yesterday but the day before, and I really needed that. Needed the smaller day, and it's definitely rejuvenated me for today and the rest of the trail. So yeah, that's that. Getting out a little later too. I'm lazy right now. I'm in a lazy bubble. Still a little bit before 7, but is what it is. I was looking at the miles, and I actually don't have to push close to 40s anymore. I can hover right around 35s for the rest of the trail, because I booked my flight out of Wisconsin, and I don't want to get to the end too early, because then I'll have to stay in Green Bay a couple of nights instead of just the one night that I had planned. So yeah, that's that. That's a little info for you, and I should be better, more active with the videos as in talking today, because I'm not as beat down. Feel really good today. Feels good again to be back on trail. Yeah, I think I have a lot of more Kettle Moraine sections coming up. A little bit of connector this morning. It says it's blue route, but it looks like it's connector, but we shall see. All right, I'm happy, and the forest is damp and foggy. I'll take it. All right, 30th day on trail, baby. Let's do it. Peace. Look at how foggy it is. I'm not complaining though. I feel good. We'll do it. Yeah. Sorry, I was just grabbing footage. So people keep saying I crossed the Canadian railroad tracks again. Those were the railroad tracks right before the town of Slinger. I don't know, maybe. Are they the Canadian railroad tracks? Anybody know? All right, well, I'm gonna figure out where the trail is. I haven't seen a, yellow blaze. All right, I think it's just sideway walking for a little bit, and I get to a park with water this morning. Sweet. All right. Peace. All right, this is mile 923.3. When you cross over Highway 175 in the town of Slinger, there's a BP that you can probably resupply / grab a cold drink, grab a snack or two. It's right before the park that you get up to here. So if you want to keep some more weight off your back, I wish I would have known about this gas station. I just wish I would have planned more sometimes for parts of this trail, but it's what it is. I make the mistakes so you don't have to. Yeah, this park system should have water, the lady was saying, and I'm gonna keep rambling until I can get you a cool view of this little memorial right here. Give me 1 second. Slinger's a cool little town. I don't know if there's a spot to stay if you're doing miles and want to stay at a motel, but besides that, it's a quaint little town. Really cool architecture, everything. Wow, that is a lot. All right, gonna grab some agua. It's little Switzerland ski hill. All right, so got off the road, pop back in the trail system. You cross the interstate, you pop back into this trail system. It looks like for about 2 miles, and then it looks like a pretty consistent connector route today. I don't know, I didn't look at it too hard, but I would say over 5 miles, 5 to 7, so not terrible. You get through that pretty fast. So gonna enjoy a little bit of this Cedar Lake segment. It's spooky in these woods. Spooky, wet, misty, and it's just been wet just all the time. So yeah, the no traction on the shoes doesn't help, but we'll get it done. All right, peace. A lot of those signs lately for the past like 50 to 75 miles, I think. Not even that much, but a lot of those signs, don't touch. All right. All right, this is the end of that little segment. Maybe it might tell me how much. I'm right around there. Slinger coming out of there. I think from Slinger up to there-ish is connector. Doesn't look like a lot, but when you're walking it turns into a lot. Road connect. Trail resumes in West Bend on Paradise Drive. Well, it says it resumes on a road, so it seems like it's a bunch of connector for the next little bit. But you gotta do what you gotta do out here, so if I see something cool on the connector route, I'll holler. All right, so quick little information fact. The connector route puts you on County Highway NN, I believe, for 4 or 5 miles, I think. But I'm into it already. But I was just looking at my map system, and it looked like you could have kept going on Arthur Road and then cut up a parallel road to this that might keep you a little more off the busy highway. Didn't look into it too much. I just kind of glanced and saw that. It looked somewhat the same miles. So yeah, if you have a chance, look into that if you want to stay off County Highway. I've walked enough that it's not a big deal, but if you really don't like walking the quote-unquote busier roads, I think that is an option. And it looked like if it did add on mileage, it might have been 0.2, 0.3. Yeah, that's coming out of the Cedar Creek segment, Cedar something segment, and going towards the West Bend area. So take a look, maybe. All right, that's my 2 cents. So if you do this route, I just passed the wayside when you come off that road and stay on County Road NN, and map systems say there's water. I didn't terribly look into it too much. I saw a couple of picnic tables, but the area was kind of overgrown. I didn't look into it too much. It might have water somewhere through that system, but it kind of looked overgrown to me. So I wouldn't rely on it, but you might know better than me. So once again, there's a little bit of info for you. All right, back to trail. Connector route wasn't that bad. As you saw, there was a cool lake. I didn't film any while walking Scenic Drive, but Scenic Drive was scenic. That was pretty cool. I don't know if you're gonna be able to read that. In honor of John R. Dedrick III, who contributed greatly to business community and preservation of the environment, as President, Chief Executive Officer, and Chairman of the Board of West Bend Mutual Insurance Company. Sorry if you could read that, then you just heard my voice monologue into it. Couple mile markers, tells me where I am. You can get water somewhere shortly. Yeah, bunch of information. I don't usually read those boards. I glance at them when I hit a segment, but for the most part, I just walk. When you're doing big miles on this trail, you're bound to run into something eventually, whether it's water or a picnic table, or I still have only sat on one Leopold bench, the one at the Lookout Mountain maybe. But yeah, so maybe I should read those things more because I might have some good information. All right, don't get lost here because there's 1, you're not going to see that 1, 2, 3, then that big sign, 4 / that gate, 5, no trespassing signs. So if you trespass, I'm assuming you're in for a world of hurt, and whether that be getting shot at or whether that is getting arrested. Stay on the Ice Age. All right, so once again, little disclaimer. I'm pretty sure water is pretty consistent today, so I'm not going to give the exact mileage. I might just film it and not talk. Oh, isn't that a concept? Yeah, I think it's pretty consistent today, so might put the exact mileage in, might not. I turned this video on not knowing I was about to run into a bench. I must have a sixth sense for them now. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I turned the video on just to show you how green and cool this segment was. But I got that sixth sense now for those benches. Beautiful. The trail wraps around that way. All right, so right off trail at mile 934.2, there's this little building. If you're going eastbound, it's to your right, and it's the Artisanal well, and it is flowing. It is flowing, so I'm gonna grab well water. There's a water fountain, but in a little bit, but I want that good well water. All right, I'm gonna grab it real quick. Can you imagine if this boardwalk wasn't here? Oh. That post right there is what made me think of that it might used to have just been trail. Mm-hmm. Sweet. All right, today's already turning into one of my favorite days. And I haven't gone that far. I think I've done 14 or 15 miles, and I still have the Kettle Moraines coming up. This next Kettle Moraine section. So yeah, it's already turning out to be pretty epic. I think at the end of this trail, I'll put together a little something for my favorite segments. Everybody has their own preferences, so you might have a different favorite segment, but I think I might put together a little something. Wow, look at this. God, these videos are gonna be so long, sorry. I'm also gonna eventually edit down and create just a full video for this trail instead of these long pieces. Beautiful. I agree with you, John and Barbara. I agree with you. There should be a water fountain here, 934.8. Trail goes to the right, as you can see, but if you pop off just a little bit, should be a water fountain and bathrooms. Don't need the water fountain? Try to guess which one I need. I see a little building over there. That's where I'm going. Beautiful park. Beautiful park. Good job. Good job, Wisconsin. All right, peace. I bet you were picking up the sound of crunching. Sorry about that. All right, so just drank half a liter of that artisanal well water, or however you pronounce it, at mile 9:34, I think it was. Yeah, right around there. Don't get it or filter it if you do get it. maybe wait for the water fountain. I usually like the well water better, but one, it has a really funky taste, and two, it smells really bad. Smells sulfury, but it looks cold and clear. I didn't figure this out until I chugged half of the liter. So yeah, maybe go to the water fountain. Am I around a university? Maybe? Possibly? Oh, sidewalk, nice. If you know what university I'm around, holler. Alright. So, mile 936-ish, junction of University and Washington Street. You have another gas station, a sub shop, and it looks like there's a bunch of stuff around here, actually. So, yeah, keep weight off your back once again. I might have done this section wrong. I resupplied for a lot farther than I needed to. All right. Yeah, so there was a bunch of stuff around there. Trail actually walked right by a Culver's. In the distance, I saw a Pick and Save. It's like any kind of suburban sprawl shopping area. You could probably even find more stuff there. So yeah, mile 936-ish. All right, just real quick. God, I get too much video. Real quick, just wanted to thank the IATA / this community around here. Don't know who exactly coordinates it / takes care of it, but it would have been really easy to just make this all connector route, because there's a bunch of road systems through here. But it looks like you guys pretty legitimately keep us in the woods / trail, so thank you for that. Definitely makes it a little bit easier mentally and just friendlier. I don't think it's that way. I think it's this way. So yeah, just wanted to thank you guys for that. Don't know exactly who I'm thanking, but really appreciate it. Like I said, y'all could have gone the easy route and just called this all connector and just put you on roads, but you put us in the woods. Thank you, thank you. Really nice woods through here too. Really, really sweet. I'm telling you, today's building itself to be one of my favorite days. And I'm not even in that Kettle Moraine section yet. Sweet. Alright, stay on your toes, because somewhere around here there's a either geocache or earth cache. If you're doing that, like I said, I'm not doing it. Don't really have the time when you're doing the bigger miles, but it would be fun. So if you're into that, stay on your toes around here. Cool sign. Don't follow the arrow. Ice Age goes this way, but cool sign. Okay, we'll see. I ain't scared no more after, what, 2 or 3 days ago. That consistent, like, 2 miles of just wading through water. So, we'll see. We will see. Beautiful garden. Haven't hit the flooded spot yet. We will see though. Ugh. All right, the flooding was not a lie. I don't even know what. Yeah. Screw this. I'm just going in the middle. Oh. Aw, poor dead bird. It's not terrible. Gone through worse. Gone through sections that didn't have a warning that have been worse. Got about ankle high. The only bummer is that the feet get wet. Like, it's not dangerous or nothing like that. All right. So I might have already gotten this one. A lot of these segments lately have had little frames like that. And I think yesterday I got a lot of frames with what an esker is, what a rain is, stuff like that. And then this morning it became redundant. There are a couple in the morning section, so I didn't film those. But yeah, it's really cool seeing all the history information. Alright, just got done with the connector route. It was road, nothing special. And I'm getting into these rolling hills. About, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles of this segment. And then I get into the Kettle Moraines again, which will be pretty sweet. It looks like a prolonged section of the Kettle Moraines. And I think after that, I'm quote unquote out of them. Not positive. I'm never 100% positive when I sound like I'm stating a fact on this video. Maybe 99% positive in some, and then some it's below 50% positive. So yeah, beautiful section. Yeah, that's what I got to say. So I've walked by. I think West Bend is the one that makes those maps. I've walked by a lot of those maps. Haven't really gotten them on camera for, I don't know, different sections. And then they've been quite frequent in some of these sections too. I don't see a point in filming them, but I decided to film one, just point it out to y'all that there are maps through here if you're doing a section hike or, I don't know, just wanting to explore the area. So down the Blue Blaze Trail, looks like there's a DCA. I think that's the first DCA that the Ice Age Trail has coordinated that I've seen in a while. Mile 942.4. This section's right before the Kettle Moraine section again. So I guess if you want to camp before getting into the Kettle Moraines if you haven't called ahead for the shelters. I'm actually going to be walking to a public campground tonight and paying a fee probably to camp there. But yeah, that's an Ice Age trail camping area. So one of the first DCAs I've seen in a while. Mile 942.4. Cool, cool. Literally in a cornfield. Awesome. Trail popped out right there. Yeah, I guess I'm on top of a little ski hill. Ski hill. If I could talk correctly. Cool. So there's a comment if you walk up to that traffic light. Looks like there's a gas station. Might even be a McDonald's. Oh, that's some slippery stuff. If you're tall, this would not be fun. If I had another 4 inches on me, plus shoes that actually had a bottom to them, I think my head would be close to touching this. Creepy. Aw, my feet just dried, guys. Oh, yep. Yeah, not too bad. Oh, cool. Jesus Christ. I don't understand why some people do that, but all right. Here is the Milwaukee River. All right, I'm gonna go find this, apparently there's a water pump in like half a mile. Alright, I don't know if this is exactly where I'm going, but I think I have around 9 more miles. Let me grab this trail sign for you real quick. So, I'm surprised this isn't called the Kettle Moraine segment, because I think I'm still in the Kettle Moraines. I don't know. Alright, to the water pump I go. Alright, so this is mile 946.4 and the trail is literally right here. It's right off trail, and as you can see by the wetness on the ground, it is working. I'm not gonna pump it again because it takes a little to get the water moving. But yeah, good water. Pump it a little bit first. The first liter I drank was a little rusty. But yeah, good cold, clear water. So better than that well I drank earlier today. And yeah, got about 9 miles in this kettle moraine. And once again, gonna get to camp early. I'm super enjoying these smaller mile days. I think for the rest of the trail, I'm just gonna do 30s to 35s. I think I've touched on this before. When you get close to the 40 mark, it feels just like you're going nonstop all day. You worry about your break times a lot more. And I don't know, that extra 5 mile, 6 mile, 7 mile difference can make a big difference sometimes. So I think one, the trail works a little bit better at 30 to 35 miles with camp spots, at least what I've seen, looked forward for the next couple days. Plus it'll let me enjoy the trail a little bit more. And yeah, that's my plan. All right, 9 more miles. So just ran into another cool guy. He was just out here taking photos, and we got to start talking a little bit about the trail systems, whatnot. And at one point we were talking about trail community, stuff like that. And I'm like, well, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a talker. And he's like, oh, I can tell. So yeah, really cool guy. And I thought that was just a funny little thing I would put in there. But that's also what I enjoy about little smaller mile days, because I'm about 7 miles from camp right now. And if I was doing a bigger mile day, I'd be worrying about time. But I was able to talk with him for like 20 minutes and have a nice conversation. It's been really pleasant and refreshing to have trail conversations with people out on these trails enjoying them. All right, let's go get it. Check it out. 1 second. I think that means I am underneath, whoops, underneath 200 miles. I'm not sure how accurate that sign is, but pretty cool. Pretty cool if it's accurate. Underneath 200, baby. Let's do it. Four miles, I guess. I'm not going to spend a lot of time trying to find myself on this, but I'm somewhere in that map system. New Fane Trails is that way, and I think the IAT is this way. I'm gonna go with it. Alright, so right around here, I think I'm at mile 953.9. At mile 954, there's a junction to a shelter. I have still yet to see, personally, a kettle moraine shelter, because all of them are off trail. Granted, they might not be far off trail, but when I'm doing the miles I'm doing, I try to stick on trail. But did hear a little bit about them from another hiker I was talking to, and he said they're really nice shelters. So personally, I have not seen one, but I've heard some good stuff about them. All right, and this is actually it right here. 1 second. How you doing?
Hi.
So that is actually the junction right there to the shelter at mile 954. You have to reserve them, so call ahead if you want to stay in one. All right, peace. So this is the Mauthe Lake recreation area. I might actually walk up to that office and figure out how to get to the campground. But the Ice Age Trail goes up this way. You got a bathroom, but like I said, I might actually walk real quick over to that area and see what it's about. Yeah. All right, so I picked up a self-registration form there, and I'm walking a mile 955.9, where it looks like it might put me near the camp spots 500s. I'm gonna look around there, see what's up, see if I can make it work. All right. Oh, let me get this bridge. GoPro, don't die on me now. I know you're close. Oh, by the admissions building, there's potable water as well. 955 even, I think. Yep. All right, highway triple G. I believe if you take a left, it should put you near the back side of that campground. I'm hoping I just can get into it. Ice Age continues across. So I'm gonna go see if I can try to find a camp spot in the campground. It has to put you back into it, right? All right, everybody. Officially 30 days on trail, and here's my camp. So when the Ice Age Trail pops you out somewhere over there at mile 955.9, if you take a left on that triple G highway, it'll bring you to the back entrance of the campground. And I was correct, it does bring you into the upper 500 loop. These are camp spots 505 through, I think it's 524. So if you're looking for the easiest, and you can keep good in miles, so you pass mile 500, 955, do another 0.9 on the trail, and then cut. And that'll let you get an extra mile in for the day, and still have easy access to the campground. There's bathrooms, I'm camping right next to them. It looks like that's probably water right there. So has everything a thru hiker needs. Getting into camp early. That's the way I'm liking it these last couple days on the Ice Age Trail. And yeah, nice setup. Trying to dry out my rain fly. Got a little wet last night. And yeah, just gonna hang out, read a little bit, and relax. This is how I'm really enjoying the trail. These smaller miles, I still think I did 35, but like I was saying, once it gets close to 40, it feels like you're going all day, and you don't get to really soak it in as much, at least personally. Some people are faster than me, so they can do a 40 and still have a whole bunch of time throughout the day. All right, that's about that.